If you love this look, stay along. Let's watch how I achieved it. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't yet subscribed yet, please do. And I promise to be more consistent this year. I know I've said this over and over again. So anyways, you want to start off with a clean base. So you're going to come in with your wipe and clean that face. Come in with your moisturizer. Be generous with it, especially if you have a dry skin. But skin prep is so important, guys. Put enough moisturizer. To me, it does a good part for me if I put enough. In fact, a little bit. Sometimes I go a little bit over. So when you're done with that, come in with your primer. For someone who, if you're working on a client, trust me, you don't want to use your hands on a client, so you're going to come in with a brush. But yeah, since I was just working on myself, I feel like the hands would do it better. And you don't want to put your primer below the eyelid, like that base. Ignore it, because I feel like every time I put a primer, my concealer comes out tacky. And I mix those two foundations to get my skin color. Guys, you don't need to have thousands of these foundations in your kit. So anyways, make sure your beauty blender is damp, and yeah, just come in and make sure you blend it out. Spread this foundation all over your face and make sure there is consistency in it. I love to come in with my blush next, and I wanted a pink look, you know, that dolly look, and you know, that pink. So me as a person, I use a foundation, a dark shade of foundation as my contour, and then I get a concealer that is a lighter shade to work as my highlighter. I don't know if it's highlighter, okay, to highlight the areas I want to highlight. So I want to go with a contour like on the outline of my face, the jaws, the forehead, like just around it. And make sure you blend this out. Makeup is all about blending. Put a little bit just below the blush right ended, and I want to come in and you want to put your concealer out so that it kind of sets as you're working on the other areas. Then this is when you're done with the contouring on the other side, that's when you're going to come in and blend out your concealer. It should be a shade lighter than you, and the contour should be a shade darker. So that is what we have. Blend it out all throughout. Make sure it's consistent. Make sure they're matching, the blush, the contour, like everything. Then you're going to come in with your setting powder, and you're going to set the areas where you put your concealer, the light shade. So you just want to, don't come in with too much, just something off the puff, and then you want to press in, like you're trying to lock in that concealer, pass it through your eyebrows, because remember, the foundations, you use the liquid, and you want to create a matte base for your eye pencil while doing the brows. I didn't want to bake for this particular look, but just to show people, you can go ahead and bake. Baking, I use the same powder, just at this time around, it's loose. I just place it on so that, you know, with time it just gets to sit in, it locks in with time, you know, as you're working on the other features. So you go to brush your eyebrows, and then I prefer to use this, it's a gel kind of thing, like a paste instead of the eye pencil. I find this working out best for me. You want to trace out your outline of your eyebrows, fill them in from the corners, then you want to draw a few strokes at the front. Do that for both sides. Remember, eyebrows are sisters, cousins, are not exactly identical twins. So I leave some part of the foundation that I used on my skin, so that I use that to conceal, no, like, is it conceal, like to work, like to emphasize that eyebrow, the upper part. I use the foundation I used, so I always leave part of it on my hand. And then for the downer part of the eyebrow, I use a concealer, a lighter shade. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Make sure you spread out these things. Make sure you blend them out. Don't just come and draw a line and leave the makeup is all about blending. Makeup is all about blending. Take your time. So we're going to go in for the eyeshadow, and I use this Avwa palette. Honestly, right now I'm still not so sure how I feel about it. Sometimes it really does the work, sometimes it plays me dirty, and yeah, so I don't know how I feel about it. So My eyeshadow palette is a Tribe Culture. Yeah, I know use a lot of Nigerian brands because I feel like they do the work. Then you want to come in when you're done with your eyeshadow. I prefer to first get off this, like, balance up my face. You want to come in with this powder palette to brush off a dark shade for where we did the contour. Is it a contour? Yeah, the dark shades, and then you come in with a lighter shade where you want to emphasize. But remember, if you did bake, you want to first get loose of that powder before you come in and highlight again, like with this powder. So first brush off that excess powder that you used in baking, and then you come in with this powder palette to highlight, to emphasize the areas you want to. Now whatever is remaining is basically you wanting the drama, wanting to be a little bit exaggerated. So I came in with a shimmer, just to emphasize the corners of my eyebrows. Then you want to also come in with something to work on the nose. There I use the concealer. I just want to emphasize that part so that my face looks a little bit more lifted. But all in all, make sure you blend whatever you're doing, whatever detail you're adding up. Blend, blend, blend. I love to have an exaggerated wing, the wing, like, what's it called? Is it a wing liner? Like, because it makes my eyes pop, but my eyes are not really that big as you're seeing them, but it's because of the details you're seeing, huge lashes, thick lashes and stuff. Then for the lips, I actually started with a black pencil and I came in with a brown pencil, and I thought Noba would do it for me, but you guys, yay, it did me dirty. Noba did me dirty. It outshone the pink MB Cosmetics that I used. I think it's a pink sherry. Noba outdid it, and I didn't like the results because I wanted the pink look and stuff. So it was outshone, and Noba outshone the pink. And I decided to get it off, and I redid. This time I only used a brown pencil and a pink sherry from MB Cosmetics, and this is what I had, but I still felt like the middle part of my lips was not pink enough or light enough, so I came in with a nude in the middle, and then blend, 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 and then I went back again with a, like on top again, I went back with a pink sherry. Yeah, and I love the outcome. So if you enjoy this, please follow my channel. If you've not yet followed, subscribe, like, leave a thumb, leave a comment so that you get notified whenever you come. And this is how it came out, and I loved the look. If you want anything detailed, maybe particular the lips alone or eyeshadow, just let me know. Leave a comment on what you want me to do next.